Hi, my name is Camille, and I will be reading Numbers 8 to 10 from the Christian Jewish Bible. Numbers 8. Adonai said to Moshe, "Tell Aharon, when you set up the lamps, the 7 lamps are to cast their light forward in front of the menorah." Aharon did this. He lit his lamps so as to give light in front of the menorah, as Adonai had ordered Moshe. Here is how the menorah was made. It was hammered gold from its base to its flowers. Hammered work, following the pattern of Adonai, had showed Moshe. This is how he made the menorah. Adonai said to Moshe, "Take the Levim from among the people of Israel and cleanse them. Here is how you are to cleanse them. Sprinkle the purification water on them, have them shave their whole body with a razor, and have them wash their clothes and cleanse themselves. Then they are to take a young bull with its grain offering, which is to be fine flour mixed with olive oil, while you take another bull for a sin offering. You are to present the Levim in front of the tent of meeting and assemble the entire community of the people of Israel. You will present the Levim before Adonai. The people of Israel will lay their hands on the Levim, and Aharon will offer the Levim before Adonai as a wave offering from the people of Israel, so that they may do Adonai's service. The Levim will lay their hands on the heads of the bull, the one you will offer as a sin offering and the other as a burnt offering to Adonai to make atonement for the Levim. You are to place the Levim before Aharon and his sons and offer them as a wave offering to Adonai. In this way, you will separate the Levim from the people of Israel, and the Levim will belong to me. After that, the Levim will enter and do the service of the tent of meeting. You will cleanse them and offer them as wave offering, because they are entirely given to me from among the people of Israel. I have taken them for myself in place of all those who come first out of the womb, that is, the firstborn males of the people of Israel. For all the firstborn among the people of Israel are mine, both humans and animals. On the day I struck all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I set them apart for myself. But I have taken the Levim in place of all the firstborn among the people of Israel, and I have given the Levim to Aharon and his sons from among the people of Israel to do the service of the people of Israel in the tent of meeting, and to make atonement for the people of Israel, so that no plague will fall on the people of Israel in consequence of their coming too close to the sanctuary. This is what Moshe, Aharon, and all the community of the people of Israel did to the Levim. The people of Israel acted in accordance with everything that Adonai had ordered Moshe in regard to Levim. The Levim purified themselves and washed their clothes. Then Aharon offered them as a holy gift before Adonai and made atonement for them in order to cleanse them. After that, the Levim came to do their service in the tent of meeting in front of Aharon and his sons. They acted in accordance with Adonai's order to Moshe in regard to the Levim. Adonai said to Moshe, "Here are the instructions concerning the Levim. When they reach the age of 25, they are to begin performing their duties, serving in the tent of meeting. And when they reach the age of 50, they are to stop performing their work and not serve any longer. They will assist their brothers who are performing their duties in the tent of meeting, but they themselves will not do any of the work. This is what you are to do with the Levim in regard to their duties." Numbers 9. Adonai spoke to Moshe in the Sinai desert in the first month of the second year after they had left the land of Egypt. He said, "Let the people of Israel observe Pesach at its designated time. On the 14th day of this month, at dusk, you are to observe it at its designated time. You are to observe it according to all its regulations and rules." Moshe told the people of Israel to observe Pesach. So they observed Pesach at dusk on the 14th day of the month in the Sinai desert. The people of Israel acted in accordance with all that Adonai had ordered Moshe. But there are certain people who had become unclean because of someone's corpse, so that they could not observe Pesach on that day. So they came before Moshe and Aharon that day and said to him, "We are unclean because of someone's corpse. But why must we be kept from bringing the offering for Adonai at the time designated for the people of Israel?" Moshe answered them, "Wait, so that I can hear that what Adonai will order concerning you." Adonai said to Moshe, "Tell the people of Israel, if any of you now or in the future generations is unclean because of a corpse, or if he is on a trip abroad, nevertheless he is to observe Pesach. But he will observe it in the second month of the 14th day at dusk. They are to eat it with matzah and maror. They are to leave none of it until morning, and they are not to break any of its bones. They are to observe it according to all the regulations of Pesach. But the person who is clean and not on a trip, who fails to observe Pesach, will be cut off from his people, because he did not bring the offering for Adonai at its designated time. That person will bear the consequence of his sin. If a foreigner is staying with you and wants to observe Pesach for Adonai, he is to do it according to the regulations and rules of Pesach. You are to have the same law for the foreigner as for the citizen of the land. On the day the tabernacle was put up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, that is, the tent of the testimony, and in the evening over the tabernacle was what appeared to be fire, which remained until morning. So the cloud always covered it, and it looked like fire at night. Whenever the cloud was taken up from above the tent, the people of Israel continued their travels, and they camped wherever the cloud stopped. At the order of Adonai, the people of Israel traveled. At, at the order of Adonai, they camped, and as long as the cloud stayed over the tabernacle, they stayed in the camp. Even when the cloud remained on the tabernacle for a long time, the people of Israel did what Adonai had charged them to do and did not travel. Sometimes the cloud was a few days over the tabernacle, according to Adonai's order. They remained in the camp, and according to Adonai's order, they traveled. Sometimes the cloud was there only from evening until morning, so that when the cloud was taken up in the morning, they traveled. Or even if it continued both day and night, the cloud was up, they traveled. Whether it was 2 days, a month, or a year that the cloud remained over the tabernacle, staying on it, the people of Israel remained in camp and did not travel. But as soon as it was taken up, they traveled. At Adonai's order, they camped, and at Adonai's order, they traveled. They did what Adonai had charged them to do through Moshe. Numbers 10. Adonai said to Moshe, "Make 2 trumpets, make them of hammered silver. Use them for summoning the community and for sounding the call to break camp and move on. When they are sounded, the entire community is to assemble before you at the entrance of the tent of meeting. If only one is sounded, then just the leaders, the heads of the clans of Israel, are to assemble before you. When you sound an alarm, the camps to the east will commence traveling. When you sound a second alarm, the camps to the south will set out. They will sound alarms to announce when to travel. However, when the community is to be assembled, you are to sound, but don't sound an alarm. It will be the sons of Aharon, the Kohanim, who are to sound the trumpets. This will be a permanent regulation for you through all your generations. When you go to war in your land against an adversary who is oppressing you, you are to sound an alarm with the trumpets. Then you will be remembered before Adonai your God, and you will be safe from your enemies. Also, on your days of rejoicing at your designated times, and on Rosh Chodesh, you are to sound the trumpets over your burnt offerings and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings. These will be your reminder before your God. I am Adonai your God. On the 20th day of the second month of the second year, the cloud was taken up from over the tabernacle of the testimony, and the people of Israel moved out in stages from the Sinai desert. The cloud stopped in Paran desert. So they set out on their first journey, in keeping with Adonai's order through Moshe. In the lead was the banner of the camp of the descendants of Judah, whose companies moved forward. Over his company was Nashan, the son of Aminadab. Over the company of the tribe of the descendants of Issachar was Nathaniel of the son of Zohar. Over the company of the descendants of Volum was Eliav the son of Helon. Then the tabernacle was taken down, and the descendants of Gershon and the descendants of Merari set out, carrying the tabernacle. Next, the banner of the camp of Reuben moved forward by companies. Over his company was Elitzur, the son of Shedehor. Over the company of the tribe of the descendants of Shimon was Shelumiel, the son of Tzurishadai. Over the company of the descendants of Gad was Eliasaph, the son of Deuel. Then the descendants of Kat set out, carrying the sanctuary, so that at the next camp the tabernacle could be set up before they arrived. The banner of the camp of the descendants of Ephraim moved forward by companies. Over the company of Elishama, the son of Ammihud. Over the company of the tribe of descendants of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedazur. Over the company of the descendants of Benjamin was Avidan, the son of Gidonai. The banner of the camp of the descendants of Dan, forming the rear guard for all the camps, moved forward by companies. Over his company was Achizar, the son of Ammishaddai. Over the company of the tribe of the descendants of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Okran. Over the company of the descendants of Naphtali was Achira, the son of Enan. This is all the people of Israel traveled by companies. They moved forward. Moshe said to Hovav, the son of Ruel, the Midiani, Moshe father-in-law, we are traveling to the place about which Adonai said, I will give it to you. Come with us, and we will treat you well, because Adonai has promised good things to Israel. But he replied, I will not go. I would rather go back to my own country and my own kinsmen. Moshe continued, please don't leave us, because you know that we have to camp in the desert, and you can serve as our eyes. If you do go with us, then whatever good Adonai does for us, we will do the same for you. So they set out from Adonai's mountain and traveled for 3 days. Ahead of them, on their third-day journey, went the ark of Adonai's covenant, searching for a new place to stop. The cloud of Adonai was over them during the day as they set out from the camp. When the ark moved forward, Moshe said, Arise, Adonai, may your enemies be scattered. Let those who hate you flee before you. When it stopped, he said, Return, Adonai of the many, many thousands of Israel.